All right. Let me turn the ceiling fan off. There we go. That's better. Now we're ready. Looks like we got lights, camera, action. Much respect, holy ones. Coming on in. Star seeds, indigo children, angelic humans, Oraphim, Azarites, Mochiwa, all those guardian races and beings and spiritual light workers, and coming on in together in our community, our group, our like-mindedness, our efforts in this spiritual awakening to assist others, yes, to awaken ourselves, but also carry this dialogue into our conversations, into our relationships, spreading Omni Christos love, what we call it here in these teachings, the Emerald Order teachings, MCEO, also called the Inner Christos Law of One, Christ, Christos. So I welcome all of you to kick back with us within that perspective, explore that concept from this ancient teachings that is very relevant in these times of awakening and ascension, spiritual ascension, bringing in that enlightenment, bringing in that higher self consciousness, spirit, that memory, past lives, future lives, present lives. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Machiwa. Making sure everything's... Looks like we got our live brothers and sisters coming in. All right. Coming on in. Hit that like button, you guys. Amber Anderson. Welcome, Star Sister. You said it. Omni Christos love. Hold that light. Machiwa. Eddie family, how you doing, Holy One? Good to have you again. Celine, our moderator, Star Sister, Machiwa. Good to have you. Blessings to you, Celine. Thank you for being here. UTD in the house. Got a lot of regulars coming on in. No fail there, Eddie family. Good to have you, Eddie. Indigo Wizard, Asha, Loom Holy Ones. Thank you, brother, for sharing that with us. Thank you for being here and watching the community's back. Another moderator, Claudia B. Weiderman. Aho, family. Familia. Good to have you, Star Sister. Gina Sutton. Hoka Machiwa. All. Much respect, everybody. So happy to see you guys have this group gathering, this group hug, and expression and voice. Elixir Vision. Thank you, Holy One. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's a new one. I think Celine likes that too. A few other people like it. Que pasa? A boy, you would say, que paso? What's up, brother Indigo? Everything's good. Everything's fine. Robin Kirk in the house. Actually, I had to... I'm a little bit late because I had to go get some cat food and send off a crystal that someone got. So it was across town at the last minute, you know, before it closed at 5, get the cat food, come back. So yeah, everything's fine. Just been busy. Like most of us are busy, right? Keeping busy. Sarah Holder, our other moderator in the house. Good to have you, sister. So happy you're here with us. Mantaf, Weird Corner. It's been a while, Anuhazi. Much love for you, brother. Thank you, Mantaf. And any time's a blessing to have you here. Something brings you here, right? You're part of yourself, your spirit. Ivanka in the house. Greetings from Austria, Vienna. Much respect, Ivanka. Thank you for, holding space with us from Vienna. Blessings. That's the first time, actually. I don't think I've heard that before, because we get people, different places in the world. Stacy, Hello, everyone. And Kim Mack. Hello from PNW. I don't know if I know what PNW is, but I can check. Just out of respect. Pacific Northwest. There we go. Machiwa, Holy One. Thank you, Kim. Stargazer in the house. Good evening, everyone. Hope you all had a wonderful day. Yeah, better late than never, right? Lisa, Kasara, and hey brother, hey sister, how you doing? Yeah, this is our time together, you guys, Tuesdays and Saturdays. Let me make sure we said it all. Zoto Zen in the house. What's up, buttercups? Brother, do you actually talk that way? Because, I mean, is that your normal sense of humor? Because that's what you write in your videos, right? So we're getting to get to know you a little bit from your video presentations. Thank you, buttercup. Oh, indigo type 2? Thank you, sister. Yeah, I wasn't at the drum circle either, by the way. Yeah, we're all coming to realize this part of ourselves, and it is part of our awakening and ascension. This is what waking up is. It's waking up to who your identity is, and basically checking your life circumstances, and then you can see basically any connections that we've been talking about, like the different alien races. Because you realize as a starseed, many of you are empaths, light workers, indigo children, some of you. Well, there's a mission that comes with that. You didn't just go from some other reality and dimension, a higher one, like fourth, fifth, or sixth dimension, to come to the third dimension for nothing, because there's no reason for you to be here when it comes to getting codes that you already have. Okay, so, but there is one caveat to that everybody, even the indigo children, still have to wake up the heart chakra, because Stargate 4, which is directly connected to our fourth strand of DNA, is compromised. So even all of us have to still awaken our heart. But that being said, if you truly are an indigo child or starseed, it shouldn't be very hard to awaken that now dormant fourth strand, right? Heart chakra, So basically, this is part of, responsibility to take care of what we need to do to get done. Our activations. Okay, living a spiritual life helps you to remember. It will spark your memory, activate your memory. Because isn't it a frustration that we don't remember everything like we would like to? What was I in a previous life? What am I supposed to do? What does my soul want me to do in this life? I mean, when you talk about your soul, it is you. So your soul, your mission, your purpose, your purpose for being here, even you could screw that up. Okay? You may not be serving your purpose or mission at all. Maybe you're still sleeping. Maybe you're not activating the heart, not speaking from spiritual truth, not seeing those realities and beings. Clairvoyance, Machiwa. So as a person who's going into a responsible spiritual awakening, you want to live a spiritual lifestyle that would encourage and promote that. One second. Okay. I was trying to sneeze. It's not letting me sneeze. So, yeah, we want to encourage that lifestyle, you guys, because If not, then it's 33 likes. That's a good master number. So if you're like hanging around the wrong lifestyle, the wrong people, having the wrong conversations, well, nothing's really wrong, but it's not in your best interest, right? Not serving your mission that we just mentioned, your purpose for being here. So that is part of your responsibility, making those good choices that serve your soul's purpose, not keep on making those old bad values and decisions and conversations and the people you used to hang out. Why are you going back to that? You know, your past is your past for a reason. Let's move on. Let's go forward. You know, you probably don't recognize your old self. And you go on a spiritual journey, you're like, wow, I've changed a lot. I'm nothing like that old person. You know, just even recently, my own self, I'm starting to have more and more of these memories of my childhood. Like looking back and seeing signs that I didn't see before because I wasn't in that lifestyle, right? So it almost makes you want to jump in a time machine. You wish you could go back to when you were a teenager maybe and start with this knowledge that you have now. Have a whole different circumstances, whole different marriage if you had one, whole different situation. I mean, it's kind of hard to want to go back before your kids were born, but just think about this. Your children are ancient souls just like you are. Even though they're born into a little body, okay, a little baby body, little kid body, they're still ancient souls. We all are super ancient. Well, you know, there is no age. So, but from a 3D point of view, we would use words like ancient. Since I couldn't blow my nose, now I have to blow my nose. I'm sorry. Let me just take care of that. That should be it for the rest of the night, right? And I just want to say real quickly that our interview with Mr. Mandism has been simply just rescheduled to next Saturday or next Tuesday. Actually, I'm going to check with him if it's okay on next Tuesday, but he couldn't make it this Tuesday. That's okay. Which is basically an interview about his trip on Billy Carson's Egyptian tour, which is very interesting to a lot of us. So spiritual awakening is very interesting. If you think about it, what are you awakening to? You're awakening to your higher self and what it knows and realizes, which is you. All you're doing is opening that conduit to your own consciousness down here, which gives you an advantage in your journey versus not having any connection to your higher self. And I'll say that I'm constantly seeing them, man. I'm experiencing my other selves. Every night right before I go to bed, I do these meditations. It's not a typical meditation where you're standing still, but I'm still got all the lights turned off. I got earplugs in. I'm holding both crystals in my hand, both hands. So like change you would say perception's better. It's more tuned, more charged when there's no lighting around. When there's no lighting around and you can't hear nothing. So you remember when we were talking about they're called flotation tanks. A flotation tank is a device that helps you feel like nothing, no senses. You're just weightless. You don't feel nothing from, because you feel like you're floating. That's what it's called, a flotation tank. You're floating in water. You're buoyant. You're just weightless. You're not feeling that. Imagine if they upped it up to a anti-gravity chamber. You don't feel nothing, right? You don't feel your body really, because it's not touching anything, and it's just kind of weightless. So that it helps your meditations. It helps you go more deeper, helps you connect to that part of yourself. Okay, yourselves. And so just realize, you guys, we're always a collective. But the way it works is, there is something blocking a lot of our awareness here. Like literally, it's the planetary fields that have been distorted intentionally by negative aliens. What the Guardians call fallen angelics. And so you don't get to have that full empowerment. That full potential is been shrunk down to 10%. Okay, imagine if your intellect, your intelligence, your psychic abilities, and your memory were 90% greater. If you take 10% and times 9, that's 9 times more greater than what you are now. You'll be 9 times greater in whatever thing you're good at. Well, that ain't nothing compared to your true self. Spiritual awakening is reclaiming that. Even if it's a portion, right? You're going to be an average Joe Schmo. You can if you choose. But why not choose something, a greater version of yourself? It's still you, but at a more evolved self. Kind of like grabbing yourself from the far, far future and bringing it into you. Let me show you a diagram that will illustrate that. Just real quick, let me open it for you guys. So happy you're here with us. Machiwa. Let me switch back to Photoshop real quick. See, if you're an Earth in the 3D, you can bring in some of the 4D to here. You can bring in some of the 5D to here by opening the green heart chakra, open the throat blue ray, open the third eye indigo ray. Why not open your crown? Okay? Now, these are parts of you. Remember, there's 144 of you here. There's 144 of you here. You could literally, plus, you have the same amount on the parallel side. So yes, you are perceiving even, in your thoughts, in your ideas, some of it is coming from the parallel version of you. It's all connected. You're connected to this parallel self. You're connected to these 4D selves and 5D selves. So that is part of your spiritual awakening, opening up to those other selves, bringing in the 4D, any of the 144 that you're going to live in density universe 2, crystal silicate matter. You would be having your, let's say, you can even place intentions to connect to that. I get a lot of people asking me, how do I know who I am? How do I connect to my higher selves? This is how. This is the consciousness right here, man. When you die, these go out. These fade out. I'm actually making a video about being buried versus cremation. So that should be tomorrow. I should have it done by tomorrow. So one of the things that happens when you die is that the chakra go out. They fade away, and you want to leave the body. I'm not trying to spoil the video, but you're here. The guardians cremate. We don't bury our dead. You bury the dead, you trap them in space-time. I'm not trying to be cruel to people's beliefs, because where do people get those ideas from? They're getting those ideas from religion. And you know how we talk about religions. It is horrible what is happening here on planet Earth. I'm going to be cremated. I guess it's a choice, right? But you don't want your consciousness stuck here. And that is coming from our teacher, Ashiana Dean. It's not something I made up. This is the Emerald Order saying that. So this is how you find out who you are. The chakra is so important in this aspect. The concept of remembering yourself. You asked me or somebody, or you're asking yourself, who am I? You do it through the chakra. The guardians call chakra Templar. Activate your Templar. Work on your Templar. Okay, let me ask you this question, Holy Ones. Because there's 90 people here. How many of you worked on one of your chakras this week? That's an example of what I'm trying to say. You want to be regularly doing heart chakra work, throat chakra work, third eye chakra work. That's the 3 chakras. Heart, throat, third eye. Third eye, throat, heart. Work on your throat, third eye, and heart chakras to know who you are. Because that's the memory right there, baby. If these are closed, you ain't remembering jack shit. So that's another test. Do you remember jack shit? Do you remember anything at all? That's a sign. No, that's a sign that these are closed up, baby. Learn how to activate them. Learn how to open these so you can bring in, reclaim that which you already have. Reclaim it. This is astral. This is archetype. This is angelic. Bring in your astral self. Bring in your archetype selves, plural. Bring in your indigo selves, indigo ray. So this is something that we're doing in our spiritual awakening. Even if you already know who you are, I mean, come on, do you really know 144 of your other selves down here? And the other 144 in parallel? Do you know 288 of yourselves? You got work to do. You should be seeing visions, having clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience of yourselves. You see this self of you, this greater being, it should feel just as real as this reality. Just as physical, just as realistic, just as lucid as you're seeing with these eyes. You want to get yourself to that point. And I want to say, all people have that potential. Even if you weren't born psychic, hello, you're going to awaken and become psychic. You train yourself, just like I just said. And you can go learn from New Age books. In my library, I got a bunch of books on chakras. But I'm not learning that. I've had those for decades. I'm not learning from those. I'm learning from these teachings. Okay? Yeah, you can learn some stuff in New Age, but there's a bunch of landmines, a bunch of pitfalls, a bunch of distortions, even reverse teachings. So I would rather choose always to do it through, for example, learn the Kathara biospiritual healing. You'll learn something called triadic phase currents. Triadic as in 3, and phase currents as in frequency bandwidths of the chakras, of the Templar. You're going to learn how to do that. You're going to be taught, Ashiana teaches you how to do this. The Emerald Guardian breaks it down in steps. So that helps you to remember, helps you to see, helps you to feel, to hear. Extrasensory. extrasensory perceptions, ESP. Develop your psychic abilities by act directly through the chakra. You close the chakra, you wouldn't have psychic abilities. You want psychic abilities, extrasensory perceptions, open the chakra. Spend time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes this week, this day. Spend an hour throughout the whole week working on chakra. See a red ray. See if they're spherical, see a sphere of energy of red, a sphere of orange energy, a sphere of yellow energy, a sphere of green energy. If you don't want to see spheres, see Merkaba stars, 6-pointed stars. See a indigo 6-pointed star. See a blue 6-pointed star. See a green 6-pointed star. But maybe you'll start off seeing it 2-dimensionally. But start to see it 3-dimensionally when you get good at it. When you can see it, when you close your eyes, you can see. See. What do you visualize? Imagine. So start imagining 3-dimensional. Okay? So you got 2-dimensional down. Now see it 3-dimensional. Now the next stage is to see the 3-dimensional one animated. Okay? Now here's a technique, an idea. This is actually something I learned from Drimvlo. Okay? There's 2 ways of perceiving ways. The feminine way, the masculine way. Well, I don't know if I said it right. The way that women do it, or the way that most women, and the way that most men do it. Most women go by feeling, believe and feel that you're spinning these the right direction. Set that in your mind. They're spinning the right direction. They're spinning the right direction. The masculine way is it wants to know exactly. It wants to know numbers. It wants to know direction. Okay? That's men. Most men see it that way. Well, I'm saying try it the feminine way of just knowing it's going the right direction or the right speed. I know that sounds silly and ridiculous to some of you, but it actually works to perceive things in that way. I'm saying if you don't know the degrees, the directions, and the speeds, because one goes one way, the other goes the other way, they're going at different speeds. This is how the Merkaba star is. So you don't want to do it wrong. Put that intention, how I said, just say, it's going the right way. I know it's going the right way. It's going the right way. When you see it, when you see the green 3-dimensional animated Merkaba, see it. You're building your DNA, you're building your memory by visualizing the Merkaba again and again and again. It's light spectra. It's frequency. And we know that energy is consciousness. This is consciousness. The green Merkaba star is alive. It's people. It's a collective of 144. 288 if you're counting parallel. This green Merkaba is 4th-dimensional consciousness, 99. Another one of my favorite numbers. Machiwa. So chakra work is important. It is vital in your spiritual awakening. It is extremely important for your spiritual ascension because you literally cannot ascend without the chakra. You cannot go to the 5th stargate, the 5th dimension, if you don't have the 5th chakra activated. And when maybe you're not sure, maybe you're telling yourself, I'm not sure, do I have it? You guys, if you don't see it, you don't feel it, you don't have it. But that's okay. It just means you got to keep on working at it until you do have it, until you do see it and feel it. Like for example, sometimes we get lit and we, smoke some weed if we want to, or take some mushroom if we want to. It's your free will choice. And so you will feel it. You like a physical energy around the heart chakra. Wow, what a coincidence that I'm feeling these energies all along the middle of my body where the chakras are. Within seconds. It's not a coincidence. It's a real thing. As your brother Enuhazi, I can tell you that I didn't experience that stuff before. In my 3D life, my secular life, I wasn't interested in this stuff. Didn't even believe in it. A long time ago, I even mocked it. Thought it was ridiculous. Well, when that all changed and now it's focused, now it's important to me, now it's in my lifestyle. I'm seeing indigo Merkabas. I'm seeing blue Merkabas. I'm seeing green Merkabas. You want to get to the higher chakra? Do the violet Merkaba. Do the silver Merkaba. The gold Merkaba. Remember, these teachings talk about 15 chakras. So this is 8, so gold, 9, silver. And then the one above your head, 6 inches above your head, is a dark blue Merkaba. Merkaba star, baby. And know it's spinning the right direction. Know that. Now, eventually you will go deep into our teacher, Ashiana, teaching you how to build your Merkaba, and then you'll know the properties of it. You won't have to intend for it to be spinning the right way. You'll know the right way. But right now, because it's going to take you probably a little while to get to that level, to go through all those teachings, go through all those practice sessions and visualization sessions until you get better. But it will, you guys. It happens. It happens. Indigo Jamie in the house. Marcos, Major Surf. I have for a while now asked, commanded, all greater good to come and destroy the evil. Well, evil are doing more and more. So sorry, people, but I have told and commanded everything. Okay, I was reading it. Someone deleted it. Yeah, I can see why she did that. Okay, so yeah, you guys, Marcos is talking about killing and murdering, destroying. Guardians, that's not what we're about. We're not about death, and we're not about commanding others. That's a negative perception. I'm commanding. I am going against other people's will. Did you know this is based on free will? God, Creator, allowed for the fallen angels. We don't go and destroy. We don't go and murder. We don't go and harm. Okay? A perfect example is when the fallen angelics were trying to kill and destroy, because that's what fallen darkness does. When they were trying to do that, the Guardians allowed it. The Guardians are defensive technologies. We don't go murder and kill, Vato. So this is why we deleted your comment. Machiwa. That's something you learn in the law of one, you guys. You learn that all are God. You don't murder part of God. That doesn't serve nothing. There is nothing divine. There's nothing sacred about murdering, killing, cursing, whatever you want to do, Vato. There is nothing sacred about it. That's just saying that there's more to learn in your journey, brother. Just saying. And we're not getting riled up and angry. We're not getting angry at what people and beings are doing. I'm going to curse you. I command you to die. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't belong here. Thank you. Harmonize. You said it, Sunset Dreams. Cindy Hoon. Yeah, we're talking about light workers. And so we have, plus the all caps thing. Come on, guys. We don't have to do all caps. We can still read your message without all caps. But light workers work light. Okay? You don't have weapons. We're not, maybe you have a gun somewhere or a knife, but your whole consciousness, your whole life is about unity. Your whole life is about, if your life is about unity in Christ consciousness, you're safe in a dangerous world. Like the Bible even says, you can walk in the shadow of death when you're on God's team. You know, even if something happens to you, it's part of your soul's intention. If you are living within Christ consciousness and unity, everything is intended the way it's supposed to happen. So, we don't kill and murder. We transmute. We change that frequency. We move the energy. We move the energy. We understand the value of Christ consciousness and unity. And we live the 12 attitudes of mastery. Okay? And look on the 12 attitudes of mastery. You will see nothing about revenge, wrath, or killing. Let's look at them together, brothers and sisters of light. I got to pull up the PDF real quick. Some of the teachings here. This is called, this is part of the answer I wanted to tell. Indigo Wizard asked me a question. Brother, this talks about fire letters. It's called the tangible structure of the soul. Now, I cannot find a good normal PDF. This is some weird PDF. Like before they knew. See, it's 2-page PDF. I don't like this. If someone can please find a better PDF. And also, you can't really find, well, you can find some stuff, but yeah, it talks about fire letters here in this PDF. And I don't know if she did a workshop, though, on it. But fire letters are talked about a little bit in some of the teachings. Like Cathara, maybe it's Cathara 2. Maybe it's one of the Dance for Life, Dance for Love, Dance for Joy workshops. That's probably where you're going to find fire letter talk. And the Dance for series. I'm just assuming. So, just remember, you guys, I don't know everything. I'm still learning too. Now, let's go to, what is, the attitudes of mastery are in Cathara. So, come on, I'm trying to find Cathara. It's not, okay, it just closed it, okay. Sometimes technology is not working right for me, so I just have to put attitudes. Okay, yeah, you will see the 12 attitudes of mastery. Okay, you will see nothing that's aggressive, killing. It's actually reverent respect. Okay, no revenge. Okay, I think I got the point across. No, so these are our values. This is how we transmute the world. This is how we transmute darkness. We don't go down to their level. We don't start doing what they do. You just haven't figured it out yet. You just gotta, transmute and live in love. Live in grace. Live in gratitude. Live in reverent respect. I would say even memorize this. It's not hard to memorize 12 words that are important to you. These are important to us. And when you keep reminding yourself, these 12 attitudes of mastery. Also, why not learn the 12 responsibilities of mastery? Self-actualization. It tells you some information about it. Freedom from the victim-victimizer blame game. Okay, you can blame your life circumstances. You can blame your problems. No, we're not being a victim-victimizer. We're not blaming anyone. Okay? Willingness to be accountable for all perceivable manifestations as direct projections of intended learning from personal consciousness DNA template. We learn to be self-sovereign. We learn to practice these, you guys. Okay? Self-discipline. Self-love. That's important for a lot of people who still don't love themselves, which implies a lack. You don't love something, you're lacking something. Or you think you need. It is need. This implies lack. So this is very valuable information. It helps you to transmute a lot of stuff in your own life, a lot of junk and distortions in your own life. Learn appreciation. And we'll give you this link for free. I'm sure someone already did in the chat. One of our moderators will give you a direct link. This is all free, you guys. These teachings are free. We don't charge. We're sharing it. Every time someone asks for it, we're going to give it. If you can't get a hold of me, please contact and ask Celine, Indigo Wizard, or any of our moderators. If we can't find it, we'll get it. If you can't find it, we'll get it for you. Wait, what am I doing? I'm getting stuck on this. Okay. Thank you guys for being here with us. Much love and respect to all of you. Can you touch, Amber Anderson, can you touch on embodiment and what that means? Yeah, you guys, if you want to ask a question, please tag Christos Avatar in your message, and it's highlighted and I can see it. Embodiment, just think of the word embodiment. We're inside the body. Our consciousness is in the body. So it's not the same. It's separate. Nothing's separate, but I'm saying it's a unique construct that's uniquely, it's a perception of separation. So the consciousness is 4D. All humans here, it's even talked about the hybridization project happening on Earth. We are 4D beings. Our consciousness is fourth dimension that goes inside the body of a 3D body. So, one of the things you notice when you go on a spiritual journey is you realize you're not the body. You're the consciousness inside, embodied here. So that's all what embodiment means. It simply means we are a higher consciousness inside a lower body form. And isn't it interesting that our oversoul is embodied in a soul body? The avatar is embodied in an oversoul. And a geomantic entity is embodied in the avatar. Well, I skipped Rishi. There's Rishi first and then geomantic entity. So it all comes down this way. Our consciousness projects into a lower form. That's embodiment. The EMCEE. Divine, the EMC. That would be interesting if you told us what that means or stands for. I know love is the answer, but I was lying to myself so much. I saw the world as so evil and I was mad at everyone, but I realized it was me the whole time. Okay, let's talk about that specifically, the world. Okay, so we're talking about Earth. Okay, not all of reality, we're talking about Earth. Earth is not evil. And we don't even use that word evil because that's a polarized term. Polarized takes things, see things in opposites. No. We don't see things fragmented into parts. We see things united. Just like gender is meant to be united. Now, we're experiencing a polarized expression down here on purpose. We're meant to be females and males. So this isn't where we're androgynous, but we will evolve into androgyny. We won't be polarized in our gender. So we're trying to, so the world is not evil, okay? And so nothing is actually evil. Nothing is right, nothing is wrong, nothing is good, nothing is evil. You see what I'm saying? There's no oppositions, no polarizations in unity. God is both negative and positive. God is both male and female. Okay? So the world wouldn't be evil anyways. It would be negative, or you could say distorted. See, what we use is the word distorted because we realize there is divine right order. What does that mean? That means there is specifically what is God's original intention, which is omni-Christos love. Omni-love, loving all. No judgment, no polarity, right or wrong. Because we know from the sacred universal law of one, all are one. All are God. It's called at-one-ment. So how could part of God be right? Well, in your question, how could part of God be evil? Right? God's not. That's distortion from the divine right order. It's anything that is, most people call evil or negative or dark, is something that is anti-life. It is aggressively, it is purposefully, it is attacking life. It is attacking creator, attacking 111. I saw it with you, Indigo brother. Ooh, I love how that works. So, we go understand that it is the beings on the earth body. It is the animals, the beings, the aliens, the humans, whatever. It is the life on earth that can be distorted. And it was distorted intentionally by the high-level dark beings who wanted to bring it to earth and distort earth, and that's what they did. They literally distorted the planetary grids. So that's now Earth has distortion. When you come to Earth, you're going to experience distortion. All the DNA templates, the human DNA templates are distorted. The animal templates, the plant life, all the kingdoms on Earth are all distorted now because the planetary grids are distorted. We don't call all that stuff evil. That's evil. That's evil. That's evil. You might as well call yourself evil because we're distorted too. That's not the proper term. We're trying to realize these teachings from the law of one point of view. Yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying. It was very trippy because you realize it was you who was distorted. But you got to realize there's a whole bunch of distorted other beings. And it's not just you, brother. Right? You're not the only one who's had these issues. A lot of people are, until they go on a spiritual journey and start noticing that, and when they start doing ego work and shadow work, then they're not expressing distortion. Any being can change. Even a fallen angel, because last time on Saturday we're talking about indigo type 3s who are doing a healing host matrix for the fallen angelic Nephilim Anunnaki. You see, the Nephilim Anunnaki can return to being positive, not evil. Okay? So, but your first inclination was right. The earth is distorted. There is darkness in earth. There is darkness in humans. Excuse me. There is darkness in hybrids. There is distortion. There is evil. Okay? You got people looshing. You got elites murdering. Look at P. Diddy. The news. Look at the news. You see, historically, there is a bunch of freaking darkness in the world. Your first inclination was right. Just realize it as distortion, not as evil. Machiwa. Blessings to you, Cindy. Thank you for being here. Machiwa. Butt hurts. Thank you, brother, for being here. Much respect. Garrett Patterson, Firewalker by Design. Thank you for being a member, Holy One. Yeah, at first it's going to be very hard to love everything. It's not easy. Machiwa. It's Cowgirl in Arizona. Thank you for being here, Star Sister. XV11 in the house. Yeah, see, we find outlets, right? We find ways to transmute our dark shit. Whoa, I'm sorry. I didn't notice that right away. Free white dove. Wait, huh? Wait, I gotta refresh the page to see this other one with 3 8s. I'm refreshing the page. Machiwa. All right, so that is so weird. It's still not showing Merkaba mushroom spin. The username just says the letter M. Thank you, M. Much love. Oh, you can now comment on donations. Wow, you guys. I don't know how you guys do that. I can't even do that. I don't even know how to do that. Maybe it just lets you guys do that. But thank you so much, M. Bless you. That is amazing help tonight. I do this full time for you. For everybody, this is my full-time work. And this is how I can buy cat food, buy my food, pay my bills. Thank you guys for that support, supporting this work, supporting one of your favorite content creators. Thank you for that exchange, brother. 888 Machiwa. All those positive vibes, baby. What's up? And Free White Dove, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. You guys, that's your sponsor. Welcome to the channel. Also realize when you're a member, there is a link available in the members area. You might have to search all the way down to the bottom, I think, because the stupid YouTube system doesn't allow me to pin anything anymore. Only in chat I can pin one message. So that is, I'm just saying, that is so stupid. It is freaking ridiculous, YouTube. Now my members can't find it unless they go all the way past to the bottom. If you guys can't find it, please ask me. My email's below. Direct message me on Instagram or direct message me on Facebook. I need the Discord link. And please remind me, which place are you a member? Are you a member on YouTube or are you a member on Patreon? Patreon was created separately because that's mostly for TikTok people and Instagram people who want to be members. So thank you for that, Free White Dove. So yeah, you guys, this is Spiritual Awakening is available to, what's really sparking it is what's happening to the planet. If it wasn't the planet, we wouldn't be feeling it. But it's the planet going through a shift. And this is done by physics. It does some type of speed increase in particle spin. Particles are spinning and they go at different angles. Angular rotation of particle spin different angles and different speed rates. So the planet is going to speed up. So when the particle speeds up, it creates this higher energy. That's what higher energy is. It's faster spin rate of particles pulsating. So we're going through this, it's called ascension, because literally part of Earth will ascend. Part of the planet is ascending. Part of the planet is falling. See this action? Part of Earth is going up, part of Earth is going down. This is the descending Earth. It's falling into phantom. So this is a process of while Earth is doing this, now it's affecting since the particle spin is faster, everything is affected. I mean, everything is feeling it. Even people not on a spiritual journey are going to be experiencing some type of changes, whether that's good or not. And quite frankly, these ascension symptoms are not always pleasant. Like hot flashes and changes, not good changes in your diet or your sleep patterns. You're off. You feel off. But other times it's very blessing, like very pleasurable, enjoyable. So this is something that's happening because it has to do with the stargates. That's another part of it. As Earth is in ascension, particle spin is faster, but also the stargates are opened. This is why humans and animals and everything are experiencing changes. So, but the intelligent, smart aliens know this. They know planetary physics. They know spiritual, advanced energy principles and concepts. So they know that humans are going through this shift, and they want to manage that shift. They don't want you awakening. This is a spiritual war, you guys. They're actively trying to prevent you from awakening. One of the ways they do that, out of many different ways, besides poisoning water and food and our seeds and all that, and changing our belief systems and religions, besides that, besides also manipulating our DNA, you guys, when you F up or change or distort the DNA, the body, it distorts, mutates the consciousness. This is called DNA code convolution. This is what happened to the original fallen angels. That's how they fell. Their consciousness from incest. Incest is best? I don't think so. Well, the fallen angels have sex with each other, just like the elites. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say they keep it within their family line. So they think in their mind it's better for keeping any unwanted variance. But you want variance. When you don't have variance, you're going to have all these issues. So, like distortions. Incest is not best. Elites. So, they'll marry their cousin, their sister, their brother to keep it, pure bloodline. They don't want no other minorities in their DNA because they're huge race supremacists. Okay, they don't like other people. Whoa, why is this not showing? The viewer activity is not working or something. So I have to go look at it manually. What is going on? It's still not showing me. Oh, now it's showing me on the chat. Jesse Starseed, Machiwa family from the stars. Christos Avatar, thank you for sharing your knowledge with the newly woke. I feel my third eye when I meditate now. It feels like light pressure. Yeah, see, it's a physical thing you feel. Like I'm trying to tell people, hey, this is a real thing, and other people are writing it's BS. Go take your meds, schizophrenic. This is what the reaction of 3D people is. But see, look, people, even newcomers are experiencing this real frequencies in their body. Yes, light pressure in between your eyes. Of course, I've heard it happening. This is what I explain it. I just mentioned that when we get lit, you feel it. It's a beautiful confirmation to you, Holy One, Jesse, that you're actually experiencing the activation of your 6th-dimensional consciousness. So, that's what that is. Chakras are higher level. Well, if they're above the 3D, like the previous question, we're embodied in 3D. So if you're anything above the 3D is psychic perceptions, extrasensory. Now, when you evolve to the 4D, now it's anything after the 4D will be psychic perceptions, like 5D, 6D, 7D, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 chakras in the human genome. We have 12 chakras to activate, to work on. And by the way, Jesse, Starcy, thank you so much for supporting this work. Bless you. You're awesome. When I see those pink notifications, I know it's a great blessing. Thank you so much, Holy One, for that exchange of energy. And bless your spiritual journey, Holy One. What's up? That is a big deal. When most consciousness is down here in the ego, solar plexus. Okay, they don't look beyond reasoning mind. They're into the self. They don't look beyond. Okay, this is why if you want to ascend, instead of stay in the same place, we need to aim higher. To the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, like our brother Jesse. Or sister, that could be both gender name. Machiwa! And I love those 9s, by the way. Thank you for that. Chikos! Feels good. What's up, Mario? What's up, brother? Ginger tea. Oh, I take ginger supplements. I don't have the bottle with me. It's in the kitchen. But it's also good for inflammation. I'm taking ginger for inflammation, and it kicks ass. It helps big time. I'm also taking turmeric. I take ginger and turmeric. I used to have a whole bunch of things. I don't need a bunch of things. I narrowed it down to 2 supplements. Ginger and turmeric. That's what your brother Anahazi is doing for inflammation. Whatever inflammation. I'm doing it for my lymphatic inflammation. When I smoke weed, I have lymphatic inflammation. So, yeah, you can chew on ginger, but it's very, very strong, right? Isn't it strong? Like, I would put ginger, chopped up ginger and put it in my smoothie. Dude, a little piece or small little pieces, I can taste the ginger in a whole thing of, it's very strong. Yeah, ginger's powerful, you guys. It is way up there for strong supplements. Yeah, turmeric is famous. And so through you got to go smoke it? We could smoke together. You're right. It's not BS. I think we're talking about the same thing, right, Cindy? Yeah. Yeah, I was into juices, smoothies every day. I don't do that now, but yeah, peppery because it's strong. That's why it's just freaking strong. So you know it's doing something. Who would have known? You go in the grocery store if you want to get the plant, the actual vegetable, whatever you call it. It looks weird. You look at it, it's like look, the appearance of ginger is strange looking. It looks like some roots from the ground or something, but it's just grows in weird directions. And I would literally just take slivers, pieces, and put it in my smoothies. That was, dietary considerations is a big deal. Now, I want to also say, since we're on the topic, someone shared with me a video. It's actually in very closer to the end of Carrie Cassidy's interview of Ashana Dean. And Ashana talks about how we're not breatharians. We used to be breatharians, and that you want to eat as least as possible, but we still need to eat. So, according to her, breatharianism, it seemed to me at least, breatharianism is not possible on planet Earth now. But we can get close to it by, people who are on the breatharian route, they learned a whole bunch of ways, though, how to bring in prana. People call it prana. It's kundalini. Prana is not different than kundalini. What do you think it is then? So prana, kundalini, energy, life force energy. You're bringing it in. You're bringing it in through breath. You can bring it in constantly. You can do Tai Chi work, do Qi Gong work. You are literally replacing food. Now, I don't hear Ashana talking about that. Doesn't mean it's not right or wrong. So we're just saying that I think you can become breatharian, at least for a long period of time, without eating any food, without getting skinny. We don't want to, look like you're about to die or something. Something's not healthy there. We're not meant. Okay, you have an average body, not fat, not skinny. You were born with. You were supposed to have a normal. I'm not saying supposed to. I'm just saying. Look at what nature is. Nature is normal appearance. Not a fat, obese appearance. Not a scrawny, skinny freaking appearance. Normal. So, you go extreme veganism or something and you get freaking 99 pounds. Dude, that's not healthy. So, at the same time, I'm just sharing this because I'm transparent and diet is a confusing question. At the same time, Ashana said you need to eat a little meat. Let me put that in context. She says that, and I don't know why she assumes this because I don't experience that. She says that if you feel too much energy, or you're too high energy from being a vegan or whatever, it can take you into the Metatronic energy. I don't get that. I honestly don't know why eating that stuff would make you negatively vibration into Metatronics. I'm just saying, I'm just passing that along to you, which I heard a clip of her talking. So I would say, maybe on Sundays or Mondays or once a week you would eat some meat. I don't know. Or a little bit of meat. Now, is it the idea of meat for protein? If it's about the idea of protein, then you wouldn't necessarily have to get that from meat. So why is she saying that? I don't know. You can't say I agree with everything about Ashana. It doesn't mean you have to agree everything about Ashana. But at least consider what this master teacher is saying. And so maybe she meant to say something about protein. Because remember, this is way back in the early 2000s. People have got a lot smarter about dieting and spiritual diets anyway, and food. And so it sounds like, though, a balanced diet. You could be a vegan and get your protein from some source, or consider, I can't do it, man. Every time I see meat, I see murdered animals and caged animals. So if it's about protein, and I just want to say, I never had some problem with my energies being a vegan. I never had problems, and I never got skinny. You know, if you're making smoothies, for example, you're definitely going to lose weight. But if you don't want to keep falling, throw in some almond butter that has calories and fat, that you can add to it. Any type of nut butter, not butter, but some type of almond butter. Let me show you. I threw a lot of my, I went through a lot of the stuff. I don't have it, but sunflower butter. So if you're worried about you don't have to lose weight on a vegan diet. There's tricks of the trade by finding out what to add to make up for the lost calories. Cashew butter. Coconut oil is always your friend. Coconut is very valuable. And so you learn how to add things. Like another thing to add to your smoothies is dates. So if you're adding dates and some type of nut butter, you won't get skinny, homies. As a matter of fact, I saw some overweight girl making videos about being vegan. She had no problems becoming skinny. So there's a lot of ignorance out there, a lot of hate out there. People make fun of vegans. See what I'm saying? Now, we're about not being extreme, okay? We're about being balanced. And there is this whole conversation from Ashana talking about how animals have made certain agreements with humans, but man, I still don't go there. I'm not going to go there. I don't need to go there. I'm living, I am alive, and still being a vegan. What's up? Does it look like I'm skinny from eating no meat? I'm not losing calories from being a vegan. You just got to figure it out, homie. I just gave you a couple ideas, and there's a lot more ideas if you actually did some research. And I promote the alkaline diet. It's even more stricter than vegan, because there's certain things that vegans would still eat that are considered acidic. Machiwa. Yeah, when I was ignorant of all this stuff, I did become super skinny and scared the shit out of me, man. I was down in my 120s. A grown-ass man, 5'8", should not be freaking 125, for example. And I did plummet down to 125 when I didn't know what the F I was doing. Think about it. When I was making the analogy of a normal body versus a skinny body. When you're skinny, your joints are vulnerable. You're vulnerable. You need some your body should be filled out, right? You want to eat healthy, and you want to be a spiritual diet. It doesn't have to make you skinny. I'm just saying. So, and that's always part of spiritual awakening. I believe, it is just my opinion, that it's possible to be Betharian. But dude, it's freaking hard. It's not easy to do dry fasting, and I'm not giving any medical advice. You want to learn about diet on your own, okay? So, Sunset Dreams is getting lit. I'm just putting a little bit more incense down. I just know, you guys, as we go into this spiritual awakening, we learn that the dark side is doing diabolical things, man. When they are in control, they have the money, they have the powers. They're going to do everything they can to mess with us, mess with our body, mess with our health, mess with our consciousness. You better believe these giant companies who are making the cereal brands for our kids, who are making the chips and the crackers and the sugar foods, the desserts, the candy bars. We got Halloween coming up. So you realize that you better believe they're trying to modify humans. You better believe these elites don't allow their own children to do the same things they want to do to the rest of the world's children. This is a mindfulness, man. It's a discernment in your spiritual awakening. Remember, you discover there's a spiritual war, and we have to be very mindful of what we do in this world. That crosses into many categories, not just food. Things that we listen to, things that we do. I mean, even though this P. Diddy thing is a big time distraction, you know, they always release these big time stories so they can do shit behind the back during the election, no less. This is their strategy. They always do things when something huge like this comes out, that means they're doing something behind the scenes. Because we're not paying attention to little things that could be happening in the world. So there's many things that they can do to make us de-evolve, to make us go towards false creeds, to make us fall farther, faster down into phantom speech, phantom consciousness, phantom values. Now we're about, you know, how we look at each other differently, how we're treating each other. So it's really, you know, sad, but this is the reality that the human species has found them in. This is what you call race karma, baby. You hear about our drama, you hear about the things we've went through, man. In Lemuria, this isn't from yesterday. This is from thousands of years ago. They even call it the Atlantean conspiracy from 50,000 years. Literally, it's millions of years in human seeding 2, tens of millions of years ago in human seeding 1, hundreds of millions of years ago in the original Atlantis and Lemuria in Tara in 5D. So this isn't new to us. We're just experiencing this now in the 2024, but this is something they've been working on, still working on. Now, I want to be an optimist and say we're going to all wake up, but we're not. That's not what it says here. Okay? Doesn't say there's going to be some global awakening. Doesn't say that, it says the opposite. It says that most humans are falling. Not going to, they choose the phantom path. Look at billions of humans. Have discernment. See, look. Billions of humans are following religions. There is more than 1 billion humans following Christianity, for example. There is more than 1 billion humans following Islam. There's 2 billion right there. 2 billion plus humans are following an angry God, judgmental God. And I mentioned burial rites earlier. It is religions telling you to trap your loved ones in space-time through burying them. It is the religions telling you how to circumcise your male children. Another dark shit, man. Accepting a mutilated, tortured, sacrificed Messiah. Another dark shit, man. All these billions of people accepting dark shit. These billions of people accepting putting down divine feminine. These billions of people, you see what I'm saying? Have discernment. There is no global awakening. That's a bunch of BS. Do you see it? It's not happening. We would love it to. Guardian angelic nations would love it to. Any loving being would love that all humans are going to awaken. I want all humans to awaken. I'm sure Ashana wants all humans to awaken. I'm sure the Emerald Covenant wants all humans to awaken. It's just not happening, homie. It's not happening when you still see signs of murder and judgment and prejudice, loose energies happening all over the place. When you still see it happening, that gives you a glimpse if we're going to awaken all together or not. It's showing you. I mean, even if you go political and say, oh, QAnon says we're going to do this, or that Trump's going to save everybody. He's the white hat. Huh? Okay? If we're relying and thinking that the whole world is going to be blessed now, the whole world's going to be saved, the whole world is going to be good, that's delusionment. That's distortion. That's someone who doesn't have discernment. You can't see? You can't see. Even in your own backyard, like your family, your friendships, you don't see some signs that, wow, they're not getting it. Why do you feel, why do starseeds and indigo children feel out of place? Why don't you feel right in with everybody? That's a bunch of wishful thinking, guys. If you want to ignore what this whole spiritual tome of knowledge, if you think we're all going to sing happy and kumbare, whatever it's called, we're going to be dancing with flowers and like, what are those people called? The Hare Krishna? I've seen them. When I was in Ukraine, in Odessa, Mama, on Deripaska Street, the main street of Odessa, Mama, I just saw a bunch of Krishnas coming, dancing and shaking their bells. That's beautiful. It's happiness. But that's not how humans are going to be doing. They're too busy hating on you because in calling you a narcissist, when they're the narcissist, they are the psychopaths. They're the ones causing fights and hurting people and being aggressive with people. Have you felt any of that in your week so far? Have you felt anyone's ego this week? Have you felt anyone's shadow this week? Are we still awakening? Yeah. You think we're awakening? We're all going to make it? Nope. Have discernment. You know, in the physics part of this teachings, you actually need 5 strands of DNA to go to 5D. Most humans don't have 5D consciousness. If we did, you guys, if let's say there's thousands of people following the Christos, if thousands of people were following the Christos, we would be living on a whole different civilization. We would be, first of all, we would get rid of diseases and death. We would become immortal. Do you see anything like that? Anything at all like that? We would be like this movie with Bruce. Well, I don't know if that's a good example, but Bruce Willis in the, what's it called? The Fifth Element? You know, or even Back to the Future Part 2, where we're seeing ourselves flying in cars. Does it look like we're anything like that? Oh, Tesla's making solar cars or battery energy cars. We're going to go to Mars someday. They don't want free energy. We're still using freaking fossil fuels for gasoline. Just because you see some solar panels on some people's houses, you think we're evolving? Globally, there's still people starving to death, but you see people's, oh man, no discernment people. Oh, we're all kumbaya, singing and dancing and celebrating. We're all gonna make it. That's not reality. The reality is there is Luciferian fallen angelic beings ruling Earth. You ain't being saved by Trump or the QAnon or some, I don't know, saint. So what we got to do is keep on being a starseed. You don't stop being a starseed. You don't just throw in the towel and give up. Did you know? Because the Guardians talk about the future. Did you know when you were coming here from the future, you already knew what was happening on Earth? You already knew and saw and remembered how Earth fell. But you're coming to the past from the 5th dimension, the 6th dimension, maybe the 4th dimension. We're coming from the future, going to our past to help some of the falling Earthlings. It falls. It's gonna fall. It's not awakening. It's a rescue mission. The Guardians call it a rescue mission. You will see it in Voyager's called a rescue mission of descending Earth, because not all people are ascending. As a matter of fact, what is happening is different timelines are happening. This is a multi-dimensional reality. So humans can split permanently. Some humans are going to split, unfortunately, into the Phantom Earth timeline. Some humans are going to split into the Inner Earth timeline. And some people are splitting, hello, I hope you are, into the 5D Tara timeline. Permanently. There is no rescue of Earth. Earth is not ascending. It's falling. This is why this is the last time. This is the last seeding. How could you have a future seeding if Earth is falling into Phantom? This is the 3rd seeding. There's not going to be a 4th seeding. So, please, I'll meet you in Inner Earth or 5D Tara. I'll see you, homies. We will do Kumbaya up there, But just realize the war's not over. You're still going to experience fallen angels and being attacked. Guardians are going to keep on still being attacked in 5D and 6D, 7D. That's Gaia. Gaia is in warfare. Parallel Earth is in warfare. Our planet is in warfare. You're not going to get, and the density 4 planet was blown up. This is why we have Earth, Tara, Gaia. Armentana was blown up. And now Gaia has been at war. You see, man, you see all these New Agers. Oh, Gaia, I'm going to Gaia. Where it's all blessed and beautiful and perfect. Cluelessness. Love, light, and cluelessness. So, let's change this energy and get lit. We got to change this energy, baby. Let's get lit. I'm going to give me a few seconds. Yeehaw, baby. What's up? Masutas, Makaya. And then I won't smoke anyways on tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I won't smoke for 3 days, and then come the park, the new park, man. The new drum circles are starting finally. The winter drum circle schedule. Now it's going to be done at a park. I love Sunset Park, man. Sunset Park is so beautiful. I mean, it's one of the best looking parks in Nevada or Las Vegas. Yeah, baby, some of you. And some people will hate on me, and that's okay. Let them. You have permission to hate me. I love you. I'm not going to judge you, Holy One. I forgot when I went to the store, I left my close-up glasses in the truck. I got to do this without eyes. I can see a little bit with my eyes. Well, this might help a little bit. It's not my close-up glasses. It's my normal glasses. You guys understand, that was the fallen angelic plan. The fallen angelic plan was to prevent humans from ascending. That's the whole purpose of distorting our DNA, so we wouldn't ascend. They were successful. I can't see, barely. I can't see, man. I'm managing. And, like this guy earlier wanted to go kill and murder all the fallen angels. They're in power. Good luck with that. They're in power. Good luck with that. They're taking over whether you're mad at them or not. So you can't call these fallen angels schmucks. They kick our asses sometimes, straight up. They beat us sometimes. Remember, there was one workshop. I can't remember which one. It might have been the Egyptian one. Ashana was talking about how they made it all the way one time. They made it all the way into Middle Earth, into the crystal cities. They made it inside the crystal cities, man. And what did the Guardians do? the guardians blew up the crystal cities, so the fallen angels didn't have control. But I'm just saying, look how they're not schmucks. And actually, Ashana was recounting one of her past lives where she was in the crystal city and these beings made it inside. And they agreed to just self-destruct. Self-destruct. Now, this is way before Atlantis and Lemuria. This was like, they were called the, something wars, like it wasn't the Crystal City Wars, but it was some type of warring going on for a while. You should be able to feel your palm vibrate when you put your hand over it. Even if just very, very subtly. Do little circles until you can feel something. It's not your imagination, it's real. Bless your medicine, charge your medicine with whatever intention you want. Express gratitude to the medicine. Everything is energy and consciousness, including the medicine. You're co-creating with the medicine. And if you're concerned about anything negative, cleanse it, purify it. Bless this medicine to the nourishment of my health. For example, mean it, know it, see it. Get used to seeing. Get used to imagining. This is part of your power, holy ones. Every single day, practice visualization, practice seeing images in your mind. Even test and play with, like, have someone test you with it, and you do it to them. Practice seeing things clearly, lucidly. Jedi. Respect. Respect to anything you work with. Respect your crystal. Love your crystal. Love the incense. You know, this is consciousness, man. This is spirit. It's alive. And you realize that something like copal or frankincense has a blessed energy, has a positive energy. There's two cats that are wild. You call those feral cats. Two little black cats. They're feral, wild. They don't live at a home. They live somewhere around, I don't even know where. They're pieces of God. Okay? They're faces of God. Everything is a face of God. You understand that in your spiritual awakening. And treat everything that way. Treat your pets that way. With respect and reverent. Remember, one of the 12 attitudes of mastery? Reverent respect. That's like a sacred respect. Have reverent respect for all life. Because you're connected to the all-oneness. You are part of so is that being. So is that animal. So I could dance, I could sing, I can make poetry, I can make art. Express yourself, starseeds. Your frequency should be shared with the world. Whatever you are good at, maybe you're some type of dancer, maybe you're good at talking and comforting people, listening. Maybe you're an artist, a singer. Maybe you're talented in different ways. You utilize that to express the Christos, or from a Christic point of view. So we have Christ, we have Christos, and when you behave in from the Christos point of view, it is Christic. We like to spell it K-R-Y, or you can do C-H-R-I-S-T-I-A-C, Christic, or just, with K-I. I like to K-R-Y, Christic, K-R-Y-S-T-I-C, or C-H-R-I-S-T-I-A-C, Christic. We behave in a Christic manner, with the attitudes of mastery, with the Christ consciousness point of view, and unity conscious point of view. It's law of one. That's Christic. It is the Christos beings reminding of those concepts, those principles. And we just learned from the Indigo video that even a Nephilim Anunnaki can become Christic. Also realize every time you use the word Christ, it's a reference to 12th dimension. Christ. Oh, 12D. Christic. Oh, 12D. You behave from a 12th dimensional point of view, a Christic, Christed, Christos point of view. That word is sound, by the way. It's a sacred sound. Crystala, Christ, Christos, holy ones. You are returning angels, returning archangels, returning avatars like Sananda, our brother Jeshua, Jesus, was a Christ, was a Christos, was a Christic being. All humans have a 12-strand diamond sun silicate matrix DNA. So we all have that Christic potential inside your sleeping, dormant junk, they call it, the scientists, DNA. So awaken, activate that sleeping self, mighty self, majestic ones, holy ones. Awaken thyself, know thyself. The secret is the Templar. That's why we're focusing on awakening your Templar. So you see extrasensory, baby. You see clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience. I can do light language probably. I'll probably be doing light language. I feel it all lit up in my chest, my third eye, my whole head, back of my head, the top of my head. Which you feel my feet. Solar plexus, sacral, root. It's awesome energy. I feel it. Blessing to cannabis. Spirit. Blessing, gratitude. And every time you saw me move my hand, one of the things I put there is gratitude. Thank you for your co-creating brother, sister, cannabis. We're not worshiping. We're not meant to worship. Religious people worship. Fallen angels are about worship. Okay, what are you worshiping? Really. Not a divine being, a vampiric being, consciousness, spirit. You use your free will, holding wands, while some of us use our free will to serve light, stand in our light, shine your light, stand in Christos, proud of it. Hey, the fallen ones are proud to call themselves Luciferians. Yuck! Gross! No thank you. I'm sitting here proud in my conviction to speak the real Christ, Christos, because there are fake ones, plural. As a matter of fact, it's not an opinion, because there is divine right order. That's why you can't, I'm not saying you can't, you can do whatever the F you want, but it's not accurate, or it's a distortion to say, God has a preference. And that's what it is. God's preference is divine right order. It is creator God, creator of everything. So obviously the creator of everything, that's what we want to, that's who we are. You realize that within yourself. You're trying to reclaim that, because most humans have forgot that. They think God's some angry, pissed off dude. It's not a dude. Doesn't got balls or a penis. God's beyond that disgusting shit, distorted shit. What do you call it? Polarized. God's not polarized. That's the hologram thing. You get polarization when you fractalize God. Shatter, not shatter, that's the wrong word. Like a prism. A prism, one beam goes in, one being. Spectrum now. All that spectrum, all those spectra of light, of sound, it's all God. It's all God. You're all pieces of God, faces of God. You're all God. You can't say part of the prism is not part of the light. It's part of the light. It's one with the light. It is the light. So God's like a prism in the matrix. God put different wavelengths of itself, but we know the principle of unity. All those parts are really God in its whole. Because at God's level, we're all God's level. I mean, at the entirety of God's self, which includes everything, instead of just one part, it's all parts. So all parts sees all, is all. We are all the one, expressing itself in parts. God expresses itself in many different levels of itself. It made the hologram. It made different levels. Why would God do that? If it did not want to learn about itself or to create. Maybe this is the way God creates. Apparently it is, because life, thoughts, consciousness come out of it. So we have to speculate, okay, God wants this to happen. God made this to happen. God's exploring, God's learning, God's creating. This is creation of God. We are the creation of God. We are creating, we are creators, we co-create with each other, with the one, with ourselves. I am, we are, you are, they, we, I am one. We're all one. We are plural, we are singular, we are both, we are all. I am God, so are you. What's up, homie? Seriously, you're one with God. There's no way you can be separate from that being. You're it. You're part of it. So there's no such thing as believers only. That's bullshit. That's your bullshit. That's distorted nonsense. You're not separate from God. A believer is nonsense versus a non-believer. Versus a saved and not saved. No. You're all the same. You're all God. It's parts of God fighting with itself, forgetting about itself, remembering itself, gaining and expanding itself. God is all this. You are all this. You cannot separate anything from God, because God is the all. And the concept of all means all. There's no exception to all. Then it won't be all anymore. But it is all. God is all, the one. So, with that concept alone, if God is all, you are God. Because God is all. If something wasn't part of God, a non-believer, a fallen angel, a demon, oh, it's still God. Okay, in your brain, then, what created it? When at the same time you forgot that all these fallen beings, all this darkness was once good. Only love. You know, there was a time, it mentions it in your sacred text, there was once upon a time where it became negative. So what the F is negative in darkness? It's just an anomaly. It's not part of the higher part of God. It's only in the hologram, a special place of creation that has physics and it has spirit, and it's going its cycles. It's all based on free will, most of it. I mean, our part is. Some parts of our universe is. Time matrix. Let me get a drink. I had to be specific because there's more than one universe. You can't just say the universe. Which one? Oh, I meant all of them. Okay, the multiverse or the time matrix. There's more than one. But ours, which is why we're concerned with ours, it's ours. Our time matrix is free will. Just keep in the back of your head that some aren't free will. That means God just wants it to be divine right order or maybe some other experiment. Yes, God knows all, but God is always creating. It's in its name, creator. Creator, okay, that doesn't mean it's from bygone days. It means God is still creating. Okay? So it's like that in the time matrix too. Like, even though Earth has these 26,556 year cycles called an Owego cycle, a planetary cycle, it's still within space that is eternal. No beginning, no end. You're still within the Kundalini. You're still within Unisai. You're God. You see how simple that is, but still so difficult for some people to understand or to accept. That we're all, and all this church bullshit, religion BS about you're separate from God. It is freaking literal lie by the beings who created these systems. They even gave you a manual, the Bible, or for example, or whatever your holy text are called. It was given to humans. Written in God's hand? You know, because you get confused. You think we're talking about Yahweh. If we say God, we mean God. God doesn't have a hand. But in the time matrix, there's part of God playing out that role. Okay? So, you got to be mindful which one you're talking about. The gods in here, the ETs saying they're God. I mean, creator. Going around telling other creations that I'm your creator. The other creations are saying, no, there's only one. Who are you making another? A liar. A scammer. Yahweh's a scammer, a liar. Brahma, you beloved Brahma, is a scammer, a liar. There's no God with a name. God doesn't have a boy gender, but you see, they're all these Egyptian gods, all these Hindu gods, they're all boys and girls. What? You see? Distortion, red flag. There, look, see that they don't understand. You see that it is a distortion. That's a distortion, homie. You have free will, and you're going to choose distortion? Well, that's opinion. Yeah? No, remember, there's divine right order. That's something that really some people will not get. I have my God my way, and your God is you. You see, no, you guys, it's not an opinion. When I'm saying that, I'm like some 3D person. Oh, I don't believe you, or I don't agree with you. That's their opinion, their belief. It's a fragmented, distorted piece of the Creator. That is not the divine right order. That's based on a freaking distorted, mutated, negative consciousness in the time matrix. That's not even your own soul's opinion. You know? Like, you're within the intention of your soul. The soul is within the intention of the oversoul. But it's all connecting. Machiwa. Just realize that the higher you are, that's the more least distorted. Every lower dimension is a worse distortion from the one that you're in. So, your ideas are pretty sucky. So, you want to look toward... If you think about it, our ideals, our values are probably shit, disgusting to our higher selves. But they're living in unconditional love, so they're not going to do that. But you know what I'm saying? From our 3D point of view, oh yeah, I get you. You know? Amber, what's up, Amber? I don't see a question mark. I've heard no electricity 2025 might be true. I would always be just realize what that is after a new president. You know, there's always something big happening after a president. Now, I'm not talking conspiracy theories, guys, but there's some things that you resonate with because you see all the patterns. You recognize the patterns, what we've experienced. And will we always have this country when you know, even in Voyager's, America is by these dark beings, the Freemasons. So we're so loving it though, but we don't see what we do as a country and nation to the other countries, other nations. You see how we act, but you don't see. You get along with it. You get along with war and imperialism, you know, controlling. It's no privacy in this world. I mean, in this country, you're in a heavy, hardcore surveillance. I love America. Don't get me wrong. Just realize that when you're born somewhere, you don't really see all the distortions. But you know, look at each human soul. You come in with the angelic soul down to this drama, and you see the disgust, the horror, everything is so dark, man. And so it's kind of like risky for some of us to come down here because it could affect you and pull you down. This is what happened to Metatron. Metatron got pulled down because too many of its parts, lower parts, switched to the dark side or started going in lower in their consciousness, doing the false creeds, definitely not following the 12 attitudes of mastery. If there's a 12 attitudes of mastery for guardians, there must be some 12 attitudes of vampirism for, vampires. 12 attitudes for vampirism. Yeah. You want to live a vampiric life? Well, these are your power centers, baby. What's up? I love you guys. Bless all of you. And it's somebody's birthday? Oh, 9/22, my birthday? Wow. Mine's 9/9. JK Love! Yeah, it's messed up, Shauna. You said it, sister. Michelle Lopeste Lebotse. I'm sorry, Michelle, if I butchered your name. 111. You said it. Yeah, Elephant Tusk in the house. And so, you guys, it's so awesome to see you guys getting along. Being respectful, reverent respect for each other, loving each other, kind to each other, always chatting with each other, welcoming new people. Bless you. And when a troll does get through, he's not going to have much of a chance against all you blessed ones. He, she, whatever. Like, they got plenty of hate, but there's more of us with plenty of love, right? Yeah, baby. What's up? Omni Crystal love. That's what's up. Christos love, man. It's divine. That's my hood. Unity is my hood. Christ consciousness is my salvation. No sacrifice required. Nothing negative. Only positive, only good, only orgasmic, only nirvana. What's up? Paradise. Eternal life. Forget that old paradigm. Yeah, they were in power. Did you hear earlier? Which timeline do you want to go on? I want to focus on the timeline going into the space age, going into a giant body. You're going to be twice as tall in your next life. Twice as tall, homie. We're anywhere from like 10 to 15 feet tall. If you're 10 feet tall, you're a shorty. What's up, shorty? What are you, like 10 feet tall or what, you midget? You see what I'm saying? We got giants. And, this little detail. You're also immortal. Would you want to be immortal? Not if it's like this hellhole, right? But if it's a paradise, wouldn't you want to live forever there? Or do you like going through aging and dying and, no more dying or aging? We're Betharians. We're drinking sunlight and air. That's what we eat. We have different apparatus, different biologies, Holmes. But we're spiritual badasses, man. We're G's, spiritual gangsters. OGs. This isn't our first. We're not the new kids on the block. This isn't our first rodeo. We've been around, baby. What's up? We're ancient. Haven't you figured that out? And when you find out and remember you're ascended master, you're eternal. You're like this legendary perfect being. There is such thing as perfect. Remember, divine right order? Perfect means no distortions. We're so used to being in distortion and thinking it's normal. Distortion is not normal. Anger, not normal. Vampirism, narcissism, psychopathy, not normal. But we think it's normal. You should see how our kids talk now. Well, it scared the shit out of me what my daughter was going through as a teenager. I didn't have control over the situation. I only had visitation rights. So my ex got full custody as my daughter was growing up. This happened in her backyard, but she wants to blame someone else. So, but she went through hell, my daughter. They're so sick and twisted and, just so Luciferian, man. You see it, the phantom type qualities in behaviors in the world, starting with our kids and the teenagers and the young adults. You're getting more and more programmed. There's this dark hand manipulating and controlling things on Earth. And it's extraterrestrial, not of this world. It's fallen angelic. It's demonic. And it's like to me, sometimes it's so insanity. It's like, how can people fall for this? How can people really think that's sacred or divine? How? Are you kidding me? How? How do you think that's the creator of everything? Don't you imagine the creator of everything is a blessed, kind, loving being that doesn't do no venge, or is not vengeful, is not wrathful, is not angry, right? Can't you imagine that the creator of everything, who's perfect, God is perfect, darkness is a distortion, not perfect. There is such thing as perfect. Did you know our 12th dimensional self, once again, the Christ, you hear Christ, 12D. Your 12D self, your Christic self, is perfect. Your Christic self is a divine blueprint. You have a perfect self. You are perfect. In the hologram, however, you can experience distortion from the 11th dimension and down. Not perfect, but still perfect because it's God, homie. We're trying to make a point. There's parts of God that is experiencing. It's perfect, but it's experiencing distortion. Okay, I'm trying to update my answer to be kosher with, It's not perfect, but it is perfect because it's still God. Well, if you're saying something's perfect, you're saying something's not perfect. Yeah. Something's not distorted and something is distorted. What? Yeah, 12D and up, including Ascended Master level, is not distorted. But your ass is if you're in an 11th dimension or lower. Your distortion of the original. It's kind of not. It's not hard to explain, but it's hard to understand. I don't know. Okay, we're all perfect because we're all God, but part of God is distorted. Part of God, I could say a holographic experience of God. A holographic experience of God is distorted because it was allowed. Because God wanted. Obviously, God created a polarized system, particle, antiparticle. That God wanted that. So God, don't trip out, but God wants to see what it's like. God's exploring. And in God's exploration, God found some dark shit. Now God is experiencing dark shit, man. God made a hologram to do that. It's only in the hologram. You know, you see this laboratory and this mad scientist laboratory, and he's got this computer, right? And he's making an artificial world. And then in this artificial world, the scientist, God, the mad scientist, puts itself in there. Have you seen the movie The 13th Floor? Go watch The 13th Floor, homie, because this scientist creates an artificial AI world and puts its own mind there. And now it's having an experience with its other AI creations. Mature. Yeah, imperfect. Perfectly imperfect. I mean, a fart is God. A burp is God. An armpit is God. Because God is everything. But we don't like to see it like that. Only nice things, sweet things, nice smelling things, at least, is God. The rest is Metatronic death science, baby. What's up? It's a fart is anti-God. It's not anti-God, but it is a distortion. That anti-God is going too far. That means you're taking aggressive action. You're putting a dark will into something else not good, man. Anyways, thanks for those heartily ones. Let's have some kisses or something over there, you know. But yeah, you guys, I don't want to think about that disgusting stuff. I want to be in my new body. I'm 15 feet tall, homie. I want to be 15 feet tall. I want to be immortal again. Because not being immortal is BS. Not being perfect sucks sometimes. I want to be more, at least less imperfect, more perfect. I want to be closer to perfect. No, I'm an old soul, homie. I'm tired of the distortion. I did my service contract, and I want to get out of this sewage. I want to remove myself from this shit. Move on from the negative experiences on Earth. At least try some new type of shit in a new body. Like, this is old now. Let's move on, honey, to the next dimension. Aren't you going to that 5D timeline? Not the phantom timeline? Do you really want to go and hang out with some dark avatars and phantom avatars? Some phantom souls, phantom oversouls. You could say phantom archangels. Angels of death is in the Bible, not angel of life. You see, the darkness is the opposite. And when you know these inner Christos teachings, you see those who are representing phantom. It seems impossible that religions are actually fallen angelic systems, but when you understand this, you understand how that is representing a whole different type of reverse. It's called reverse consciousness, reverse life. And this Bible is supposed to be sacred, talking about the Word of God. but it's just the word of some Yahweh, fallen angel. Not the, but it's tricky because they're God too, but that's part of God in the hologram behaving vampiric. It destroys, it eats, it takes. It's like a virus of sort. It's some type of attacking force. It's like, some little animals, they're so sweet and innocent. They're just eating plants. They just, like a little deer. He's always looking and see if he's safe, but then what else is he doing? Just munching some brush, eating some plant. And then some creature wants to come and eat it. What the F, man? We just want to get along and not be molested, not be messed with, not being effed with. Leave us the F alone. I transmute all of you phantom asses. I got my, I don't know about this archangel, but I got my own sword. I'm ready. I'm tired. No more allow darkness. No more loose energy. No more fear. No more guilt. No more shame. No more narcissism. Come on. You guys have to see what you want in order for that to manifest. So spend time seeing stuff. See exactly what you want. You could call that magic, but is it? It's you using spirit, using frequency, energy, which we know is alive, is consciousness. So we're using consciousness to make things manifest. We're using energy. We're magicians, healers, magi kings, priest kings. This is your spiritual awakening. I hope you learned some stuff tonight. What's up, homies? Yeah, I bet you it is like heaven. I mean, what 3D humans imagine as heaven, right? And even though the Guardians don't call it hell, other people refer to it as hell, but we know what they're talking about. These phantom beings, obviously, think about it. Think about it this way. I need a drink real quick. These beings who fall into these dark levels of phantom are scary looking. You understand? Horrifying. When you take some glorious, beautiful, divine being, powerful, profound being, and make a reversed phantom version of it, it's just the same amount of power on a different polarity. You better believe these dark avatars are intelligent. You better believe they win sometimes. You better believe they're powerful. It's God. So you get people in religion confused. How does God allow that? How does God allow the murder of children? How does God allow certain... And then people start blaming God and get angry at God, cursing God. You see, when you learn this information, you look at that kind of stuff and like, wow. You can understand and relate because you were once there, but now it's nonsense. You don't go there. You understand unity. You understand unconditional, no judgment. Just everyone's equal. It's called unity. It's living in Christ consciousness. It's not just lip service, you guys. We actually should naturally have pure thoughts. You remove all the profanity, you remove all the judgment. Okay, it's not just not judging people, it's also not thinking in any judgmental way. Because sometimes your words don't match your thoughts. You know how people are fronting, not being their true selves, so they're not thinking the same as they're speaking. We don't live that way. We want to not speak Christ consciousness, not just speak it, but be it too. Actually, naturally, without acting, you should love people. Not an effort. It's not, I'm not saying it's wrong or bad. What I'm saying is, if you find yourself still having to act sweet or kind, you haven't made it yet, Holy One. You still have training. You still have to do some more shadow, clean up, transmute more of your distortions until you see a change. And then you know. Right? So we got to be honest with ourselves. And it's not fun when maybe you're finding fun in this dark side of way, or you like the power, you like the attention, or whatever. Because if you're in the dark side, you're a criminal, you steal, you amass all this power by vampiring other people and their energy. You're stealing from someone, you're vampiring them. Some people are in that arena. I remember that. Being that way. Wanting money. Thinking about money. There's nothing wrong about that, but when it's your whole focus and all my mission was about making money. No. It's not my mission. I mean, if money comes along, of course, that's a positive energy manifestation. Not something from, man. I know myself now would not even want to hang out with my old self because of the egotism, and just effed up values. Definitely. I mean, most of my life I never wanted to kill anything, like hurt anything, because it was just part of me naturally there. I didn't realize it, but I don't know, just because before I couldn't notice it. Now I can notice a lot of my past where I was freaking experiencing a lot of these programs. They're programs, man. I mean, our parents are effed up in some way or another. We get effed up in some way or another. Our kids get effed up. And we accept it more. We accept more and accept more. And then one day we find ourselves acting, talking like Phantom. You take all those attitudes of mastery, and now you're practicing some attitudes of vampirism. Yeah. Feeding off of other lives. We're doing that. We're doing that physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So it's a race thing, a human race karma thing. We got this collective experience from all the things that we have done. And so we work on personal karma, but we also, as a whole, need to work on this whole race issue, man. I mean, if you realize, right? Think about this. We were once Lemurian. Not just once. 144 times. Well, that's actually not correct. Because Lemurians were a time period in the second dimension, because they were getting the second strand. So 144 divided by 3, which I believe is 48, right? Yeah. 48 of you. My chihuahua. I don't know. Anyways, the medicine was good tonight, man. And don't worry, I'm not going to do that all the time because I know some people don't. They have voiced it that they like me without smoking. Okay, I respect that. So sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. So you'll get both points of view. I'm going to eat some of my vegan chili, which is basically a bunch of vegetables. This time I have 2 squash. I forgot my onion, but today when I went to get the cat food, now I got an onion. So my next vegan chili, electric vegan chili will be with my onion. But dude, I have a bowl, a pot this big, right? And it's almost full of vegetables. And then I add, the water, the seasonings, and the garbanzo beans. 4 cans of that in a big old thing of this. It was the highest I've ever seen today because I had 2 squash. It was extra vegetables, so it made it too high. I had to wait till it boiled a little while and went down a little bit. I know some of you don't even want to cook your veggies. I know it's not the best. It's just something I'm doing right now. The best way is to go liquidarian. But that's going to be hard for lots of people, including myself. But honestly, I think that's the way to go. Unless you can be one of the people who can become a breatharian, that means you made it through dry fasting for a certain period of time. And supposedly you no longer need to eat. But I think you're still doing prana work. You're still having to do breath work, sun gazing, all that kind of stuff. But liquidarian is freaking got to be powerful. Now, I come close to that because I used to just eat smoothies. Like, I think it was Indigo Wizard saying that, right? And that's basically liquid. It's a liquid diet. I put all your veggies or fruits into a food processor. 10 seconds, whatever. Drink it, your food. See? Liquidarians drink their food. So usually it's stuff like vegetables and fruits. If you guys become that's kick-ass diet, if you want my opinion. But remember, we talked about earlier about some of the stuff Ashana said. I don't agree with it, the meat. Sorry, I just don't. But I'm always transparent, and I told you what she said. I just found that clip today. So I'm telling you today. So bless you. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I think it's a good time to come to an end. What the F? No, it's not. We just got 600 people online. That's incredible. So YouTube does that to me sometimes. They'll suddenly open the algorithm for me, and so it's kind of like being on the For You page on TikTok. So I'm on the YouTube For You page. So we're not going anywhere right now. So basically, we've been talking about spiritual awakening and how a lot of people are on this journey of change and learning all of these, maybe it's new concepts to you, like unity consciousness or Christ consciousness. Not reference to religion, but there is something universal called Christos. In English, you can say Christ, but we pronounce it Christos. And so this is a universal thing. So it's not limited to only earth. And so within your spiritual awakening, maybe most of it is New Age you found, But consider these teachings that are talking about unity and Christ consciousness. Okay, and we break down the Christ, the Christos. We talk about the different multidimensional levels of creation, how even the guardians in these teachings call it a holographic universe, that there's 5 of them. And we, as spiritual beings, will be going through progressive evolutions, ascension processes through these levels. We part of ourselves is at a higher level, and it was our spiritual will. We put ourselves in here. We populated like a spectrum of cells, specifically because this is spiritual science. So part of it was, 666. Remember, 666 is double threes. 333 is triple trinity, and that's twice as much energy. You can look at it that way. So we're not thinking of it in its negative context. Besides, it already changed. But anyways, yeah. Take another increment from 666 to 999. Right? You're just tripled the Trinity. Triple Trinity 999. But yeah, numbers do have meaning in the spiritual context as well. It's all frequency. Numbers are frequency, so are symbols. Symbols and the design of the symbol, the colors of the symbol, there's meaning, frequency, purpose, agenda. As a matter of fact, there's agendas to foods. And in this segment that I saw Ashana, our teacher, talking with Carrie Cassidy, it's like a 6-7 hour video interview. She starts talking about food. Like, wow, I don't really usually hear Ashana talking about food. So, but she was trying to say that some foods are metatronic. Now, I didn't get to watch the whole video, but I'm like, huh? Okay. So, what? The fruit is having war with itself? Or does that mean it does metatronic type of energy in your body when you eat it? I didn't get to that far. So it's just interesting. I just wanted to say that because remember, I'm transparent. While there can be so much confusion in these people who are talking about these teachings, I'm trying to prevent confusion. I'd rather explain things more in detail, even especially things that I know that when I got into the teachings confused me. There's a lot of confusion in some of the stuff, and I had to go through a lot of brain racking to figure it out. Because what I understood wasn't really what was being said, but now I understand more. I have a different outlook. Hopefully you're a type of person who learns from your mistakes, or you learn how to evolve and improve yourself. I'm always someone like that who wants to expand, not be in the same place, but to be more intelligent. Why not? Be more psychic, be more spiritual, be more, evolve, grow beyond your current potential. You always have, 9 more levels of spiritual evolution, because we all can go to the 12th dimension and then leave the time matrix. So that's our first mark, is 12D, baby. Machiwa. I love you. It's so pleasant to have you guys here. Bless all of you on your spiritual journey of awakening. In 2024, no less, there is spiritual war and you will see the landscape of the world change. It will evolve. It doesn't stay in the same place. It is dynamic, ever changing, based on all of our consciousness, of the global consciousness. They call that the collective consciousness, is creating this world. Every one of our thoughts matters. Every one of our thoughts is creating this experience. Do you like your experience here? Are you enjoying every moment of your life here? Is it all rainbows and daisies and sweet things? Is it all lovely? God is having fun experiencing all kinds of different stuff. God is a cat. God is some weird human. God is an angelic being. God is a demonic being. God is a ladybug. God is a snake. God's a rock, homie. God's a rainbow. God is everything. God is all. I am part of that all. I am part of the one. I am. That's it, period. And I am. A short sentence, a short phrase, straight to the point. I am. I am what? Whatever you want. So what do you want? What does God want? What will you be tomorrow? You guys are awesome, man. Thank you for hanging with Christos Avatar. I just want to say that we have a cool community of starseeds and indigo children. We have a members area. $5, baby. Support this work. And why not communicate, meet new friends in the Christos, inner God teachings. And so check out my links below, you guys. In the description of this video, you will find my starseed art. I make some cool paintings, pictures. Check them out. I also sell some crystals. I just sold 2 yesterday from the same person. So you better, guys, pick one out before I run out. And thanks for hanging with us. We make all kinds of videos about spiritual awakening, spiritual ascension, about aliens, fallen angels, all this negative stuff. What? So we're like becoming more aware through these teachings of our forbidden history, because it is forbidden. You're going to learn about Atlantis. You're going to learn about Lemuria. You're going to learn about what's going on with the conspiracies now are actually coming from Atlantis. I don't know if you guys know it, but part of Atlantis is still here. It's so interesting how they try to give us a different story or explanation of Atlantis. Like they say it's like this round thing. Okay? This is like something totally different. So, it's a continent. It was a huge continent in the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean. And Lemuria was a large continent, not as big as Atlantis, but it was in the Pacific Ocean. But parts of Atlantis are still here. There was cataclysm, and then it turned into some islands. Ireland, England, Wales, Netherlands. Atlantis is not gone. They simply renamed it. So we're finding this out. Our forbidden history, which affects your identity of who you are or think you are. If you know a false history, you don't know thyself, Holy One. We're trying to remember ourselves. Our history is important. And these teachings bring us, we were created 560 million years ago. So these teachings bring us 560 million year history. So thank you guys for being here with me. This is a great time to be alive. Because you have the greatest incentive to expand your consciousness during this period of time. Like, if you did this 20 years ago, it wouldn't be as fast as it is now. Now, everything is faster. Everything is more profound. And it's like, gives you, you would say, an advantage. It's a more opportune time to grow your soul, to expand your consciousness because of what is happening in the earth fields. And it has to do with the stargates. Stargates are real. There's a popular TV show called Stargate. And this is, you can consider that as disclosure. Okay? They are disclosing, you guys. Disclosure does happen sometimes. And this Stargate is a disclosure, okay, that stargates, first of all, are real, and that the government is involved with using them or working with them. They take you to other places. There are other dimensions of reality. Not just somewhere in the galaxies or some other galaxy, not just that, but a different dimension or even a different universe. Remember, this is a multiverse. Multi-dimensional, and so life is much. It just takes your whole model of reality and multiplies it by 15 times and more, because there's life. There's greater God worlds beyond the time matrix. Have you seen the Matrix? Okay, Neo, a Morpheus, Trinity was trying to tell you something. You're living in some field, simulated theory. Okay. Well, this is a matter of opinion. Remember, we call it the hologram of matter, different levels of it. It's kind of like, these old time video games, Kung Fu Master, video games, you're always trying to go to a higher level, a next level. Well, you're doing that with your soul, homies. Okay, you're going from the third dimension, ascending to the fourth dimension. Got to the next level of Kung Fu. Now the guys are harder to beat. Now it's more advanced. You're more evolved, but you're not done. You got to go to level 3, or the next level would be, in this example, level 5. Then you got to get better at this level and master it, ascend out of it, and go to level 6, ascend and beat the in-game boss and get to the next level, 7. Now you're in Gaia. You see what I'm saying? You're going to different dimensions. You're going to different planets. You're going to different universes, homie. And you're not even done. You're going to go to the 8th. You know what the 8th dimension the Guardians call? The metagalactic core. It's not just some cool sci-fi term. It's an actual place. And so it's in Orion star system. That's where the reptilians are. Those gray aliens and other kind of creatures. But 9th dimension, keep on going. 10th dimension, now you're an avatar. Now you're in what's called pre-matter, liquid light. No longer, there's no carbon matter here, baby. So you're in like liquid light is like crystal liquid. I take this crystal and now it's like a puddle in my hand of but it's light. Liquid light. Think of liquid metal. It's like chrome, right? Liquid metal or mercury, liquid mercury. It's the same. They're the same color. The same structure, the way it moves. Kind of like this movie, Terminator 2. Remember the Terminator character? He looked like liquid metal, moving like a human. He made the shape. You see, he was made of this. It wasn't mercury, but it was like it. Like they called it a liquid metal type of thing. So imagine that as liquid light. The world, the objects, the things, everything is liquid light, a liquid form. And so no carbon. What is life like as a hot? Well, that's not hot plasma. That's liquid. That's dimension density 5. Dimensions 13, 14, and 15 is hot plasma. And so we're holy ones. We're spiritual badasses. We're incarnates. We're angels. We're aliens. We're archangels. We're avatars. Man, we're like, damn, man. Do you ever see yourself as an Orapheme? Can you see yourself as a Pleiadian? Can you see yourself as an Anunnaki? How about a reptilian? How about a mantis creature or snake creature? You know, it's interesting. Maybe you're a cat person. Mr. Mandism showed a lot of these pictures from Egypt and a lot of things you don't see in the mainstream. A lot of the pictures he had, and we're going to be showing them on next Tuesday, if you come to the live. There's a lot of hieroglyphs of the cat beings, man. A lot of statues. He has pictures of himself with these a row of these cat beings. Some of them are treated as gods, but some of them aren't shown as gods. You know, when they put the sphere of in Egyptian hieroglyph in artwork, when they put this disc over the head, it's usually a divine being. Like a god, like Mafdet. You know, they worship these races, these ETs. There was obviously distortion like any other beliefs and religions back in the time, but because you're not meant to worship these beings. But they were worshiping these gods, the ETs, not of this world, extraterrestrial world. They were good beings, though, good ETs, the guardians, are feline hominids, humanoids, so cat people. And so this is, one of the things that we learn in our spiritual awakening. All these different races and different guardians. How the bad guys, the fallen angels, can come into these confederations, well, so can the bad guys, the good guys and the bad guys, have their own groups. We have it sounds silly to some people, but it's called the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, IAFW. Interdimensional, because it's more than one dimension. Association of Free Worlds. And then there's another big sector called Guardian Alliance. So there's something called Guardian Angelic Nations. All right, this is not something I'm making up. It's mentioned in here 25 times. It's talked about. So is the IFW. So there's something called the Azurite Security Team. Yes, because of the spiritual war, there is guardians defending, protecting. So there's also the human race called the Ternesium. We're angelic humans. The angelic humans are also security, but we're not behaving like security. We're supposed to be guardians of the universe, of our universe, right? We're supposed to be treating all the animals with love, unconditional love. Guardians of the planet, the elementals and all that. We're supposed to be the ones that they come to for assistance. We're meant to be the guardians. We're not. So, you guys, as a collective, right, we need to get our shit together. My Chiwa Holy Ones. We're still rocking it. You guys, hit that like button. There's 700 of you Some of you can hit that like button. Please hit that like button, you guys. Bless you. Hulk smash the like button. It still says 153. Come on, homies. Show some love. Show the algorithm. What's up? What's up? Here's my like. You see this? YouTube? There's my imprint. That's what I want to see. Bless all of you. Questions and answers. Let's have a questions and answers. If you guys have a question, make sure you tag Christos avatar so it highlights. And we'll see where this takes us. Let's do a poll. I'll be waiting for your questions. We're going to start a poll so 700 souls can say what's up. Okay, so here we go, guys. We're going to make an online poll, start a poll. Because, you know, the name of the video, Wake Up Your Spiritual Awakening, right? 2024. So I want to ask you, here it is, 2024. Do you have signs of awakening? Are you awakening, Holy One? And maybe you're experiencing something like paranormal. I mean, supernatural even. You're perceiving these things because you're activating your DNA, which is awakening your inherent extrasensory perceptions. It's not some BS, you guys. This is a real thing happening. And some of these symptoms are not good, are positive. Some of them are not fun, like hot flashes, sleeping disorders, eating disorders. Maybe it's not all joy. But no less, you are going through a spiritual awakening. Wake up. Okay? Some of this was a wake-up call. Because maybe you think it's this fear porn. We're talking about descending earth, but it's not. It's in here too. Are you experiencing spiritual awakening? Experiencing a spiritual awakening, baby. Because you know you were supposed to. You know you want to. Something is driving you. I got to spell awakening, right? Are you? Yes, no, or I'm not sure yet. How about that? Some of you might say, I am not really sure. And honey, that's okay. For real. Just answer from your heart what you think or believe. Yes, no, or I'm not really sure. Wow, you see how it just shuts off? Like how did 600 people just disappear, right? That's so bizarre. 91% of you. Bless you. Amanda Jen of Heart. Yeah, we do those sometimes, dear. So maybe, okay. I think on the same day as Mandism does his interview, because he'll do a whole, probably, he says he can go a whole hour. I don't know. What's wrong, Chris? Tell me what's wrong. GTV in the house. Awesome Space still here. Yeah, did you see that stuff? I don't know if they did something. Because you can't just have 600 people disappear like nothing. Well, that was drastic though. And this has been this is the third time it happened. But maybe you're right. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? Yeah. That's okay. There's still 100 souls, so it's okay. And if they are fake ones, what's the point, right? Oh, that's okay. You came at the right time, Big Daddy of all daddies. You're still here. You still get the answer. I haven't stopped it. Tatarian Rising. Hashtag Tataria. Still here. All right. Woohoo. Woohoo. Now it's 92%. Damn, you guys are awakening. No, seriously, guys. That's a big time positive thing. That you feel this awakening. That's a blessed thing. You guys. Much respect to your spiritual journey. From someone who considers themselves like a novice or a beginner. Hey, we're with you. We were all once beginners, including myself. We're all, trying to evolve ourselves, trying to become our best version. And we found each other. It's like, think about this, kind of like the pole. It starts off like this, and then it slowly finds its place. You found your place by resonance. You're here based on resonance. So there we go. I mean, we're just like, I just thought of how this could happen with 600 people disappearing. Like when the algorithm turns it on, maybe most of these people are just totally have never heard of my channel before. And so they would stay on for 1 second or a few seconds and then leave and then come and go. So that doorway was open and then they closed the doorway. So people, I don't know, but 2 seconds, you said 2 seconds? Yeah, that's fishy. And how could that happen even if someone was pretending to be here, right? I love you guys. Thank you for being with me. I want to say, homies, if you guys, whoa. I don't know what's up, but all the donations disappeared. So did we actually start a new live or what? It says we've had 1,000 views. This is another weird thing. When the live is over, it will be less than 1,000 views. It will be around 600 views. Why does YouTube do that? I don't know. Every single live, it does the same thing. But this is what the graph looks like, man. The graph goes like this, and there's a spike when there was 600, 700 people, and then it goes like this, straight, and then it goes straight down. Desiree Janice, or Desire Janice. I am having lucid dreams, parallel realities. There we go. Downloads and past live experiences. Everything is so surreal. You are very helpful during this process. Thank you. Oh, bless you, Desire, and your experience. I think it's awesome. It's beautiful to come into realization of oneself, to find that, which was always there, by the way, but you found or rediscovered that deep connection to God, to Creator, to yourself, to your multidimensional self. It's a great gift, right? And yeah, we're not perfect down here. I'm not always at my greatest down here. None of us are perfect. Come on. We sometimes struggle. Sometimes we slip and fall down. We just get ourselves back up, dust ourselves off, and keep on going because we know we're not perfect, but we're striving to become better and better towards our divine perfect blueprint. We have a perfect self. We're trying to reclaim that. as best as we can while we're in the distortion of 3D. You know how the thing says D1, D2, D3? Instead of dimension, we could call it distortion 1, distortion 2, distortion 3. The higher the number, the least distorted, though. Just so you know. Dimension 1 being the worst distortion. But that was interesting about they call it the law of one raw material. They talk a lot about distortion. So it's very interesting. I got to reread that book and see how distorted they are besides the religious part, the book and all that. So ghoulish trickery. You said it, Asimus. Something weird, right? Something not right. And this is the third time in a row. It's happening every live now. The weirdest thing, I'm sure maybe Celine remembers and Indigo Wizard remembers, one time that happened to us on a drum circle live. And we had 13,000 people. It was insane. I've never seen anything like that. So it has something to do with the algorithm. I don't know. But I think this is a good place to finish, you guys. It is 9:30, and yeah, it's doing something for sure. But I'm always grateful to, whatever people we have, for real. Now watch, you guys. As soon as we finish, please refresh the page, and you will see my views drop down like freaking 40% less views. Yeah, that was a crazy live. I was insane for a live. Celine was here, right? Yeah, she was here. Thank you guys for being here. Say it with me if you want to, if you remember the lyrics. Shana Ure Akuntan. Shana Ure Akuntan. Shana Ure Akuntan. I am Christar. I am Christar. I am Christar. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free, Holy Ones. Send love into the world. Love yourself. Love everyone. Love everything. Send out unity. Send out Christ consciousness. Bless you, Holy Ones. Thank you for hanging out with me in tonight's sacred space. You guys are amazing. I'm so happy you're in my life, and vice versa. We're together. We're one. We're uniting the world in these amazing teachings and inner, memory, identity. It's for us to share with all. Have a wonderful evening. Have lucid dreams. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Will be a Sunset Park live. I'm thinking drum circle. Once again, if it doesn't happen, then I'll do a regular live. So I'm not going to be going to the other small drum circles anymore, I don't think, when this new one comes. Because I think this one is like every Saturday, but I'm not going to go every Saturday. But hey, bless all of you. Thank you for all those who support this work. If you haven't supported this work, you guys, yet, please consider subscribing or making a donation. while we're on live, or even when we're not live, you know, you can always do a donation. So you can also buy one of my crystals or artworks, or become a member, you guys. Thank you for watching tonight. It was a great time to hang out with you guys. It went pretty well, I thought. And it's always good to see you guys and the regulars. A big shout out to Stardust Goddess and the other members, Celine. And we're like doing this, you know, regularly, but not everyone's here all the time. Thank you to Indigo Wizard 9. We're just kicking booty, man. We're like raising up the bar. Much respect to all of you. Whatever level you're at, you guys, there's no judgment. I mean, there's no comparison. You know, we're all equal. We're just at different levels of awareness or energy. It's all God, baby. God is great. Whatever polarity, whatever energy or emotion God wants to feel, that's what God's feeling. Bless God. Bless Jesus. Bless all you indigos, star seeds. Bless all the animals, all the insect kingdom, all life. Bless life. Bless God. I love you guys. I'll see you on the flip-flop. I'll see you on Sunday. And then don't forget, most likely, it's not set in stone yet, but the Egyptian tour with Mandism will be next month, Tuesday, live. So, thank you guys. Go eat yourself some vegan chili, vegan food, vegan dessert, whatever you want, homie. Just don't eat the little animals, please. I love you. I do whatever you want, free will, but you know. Namaste, Machiwa, gangsters and Christos. Much love. Emerald Covenant for life. Woohoo! Masita.